the story, the legend. When spiders unite, they can tie up a lion. They want you to repeat that story, sir.
That is one of my favorite it's an African quote. It's an African quote, and I have a little video that you may have seen the video.
I posted it. I sent it to you as well. I posted it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, we used it to just get people's attention to the podcast.
Yeah. There, in fact, hold on a second. That little chart that I held up, I think I thought I had it with me, but I don't. I stored it away. Where it's a chart.
Yeah.
Of a bunch of dots, all in their own space, unconnected, and I show, you probably ought to play the little video, and I showed the dots, and I said there is no power here.
I'll get it, Oladipo.
Everybody is doing their own thing, caught up in a Eurocentric value system of rugged individualism. Survival of the fittest. That's a trick. And then I turn it over and I show all the dots connected. Because that's where the power is.
Yeah.
That's where the real power is. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
The millions of views on that. I did that piece about 10 years ago. Yeah. As you can see.
Please let me know if we have volume. I'll play it. And then let me know if we have volume.
I don't hear anything.
Hold on.
No.
There.
Of a profound
There we go. We got it.
Insight from Minister Farrakhan, I prepared a chart. And this is a chart that I think says in another way what he so profoundly provided us today. This chart to me represents beautiful, educated, moneyed black people all over America. It could represent black organizations, it could represent black churches, it could represent black social and civic organizations. And what you will notice about these beautiful black people all over America is that everybody is doing their own thing. Caught up in a Eurocentric value of rugged individualism, having forgotten that it takes a village to raise a child. There is no power here, brothers and sisters. There is no power here. Power is most effective concentrated. You can take a 55-gallon drum of water, spill it over, it will disperse, find its own level, and eventually evaporate. You can take that same 55-gallon drum of water, put it under pressure, put a lid on it, put a hose in it, put a nozzle on the end of that hose, and it can cut concrete. There is no power with us being disconnected. See, there's nothing wrong with dispersion. I live in Cleveland, you live in Atlanta. We have folk in the Caribbean, we have folk in Africa. That's dispersion. That's okay, but we do not have to be disconnected. We are a disconnected people. We are powerless in disconnection. This is where all the power is. You see? This is where all the power is. Whether you are at the center of your own network or part of someone else's network, this is where the power is. There's a beautiful African proverb that says, when spiders unite, they can tie up a lion. When we connect, because we are disconnected, we're disconnected from those of like mind. We're disconnected from the best practices in our community. I don't care what it is that you want to do, what profession you want to engage in, what business you want to get into. I can introduce you to brothers and sisters all over America that they are doing it to death. You just don't know who they are. You are disconnected from them. There is no power in disconnection. Okay? When we connect, we prevent interlopers from coming into our communities and taking and destroying at will.
Hi, George.
Try to open up the Booker T. Washington delicatessen in Chinatown and see what happens. So we must connect. We must connect the dots. That must be the movement for our people in the 21st century. We need a lot of us doing a little instead of a few of us doing a lot. We need to get together to get ahead. That is why we must network. That is what we teach at the Power Networking Conference in June in Cleveland. Come and visit with us.
Thank you, George.
Thank you very much.
Please
remember what it said in Isaiah. Remember what it says in Isaiah.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Thank you. You there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So now that whole piece, you saw I started out with something provocative
Yes.
to grab their attention.
Yeah.
All right. And then I explained it, right? What this thing is, this issue is, and then I gave them solutions. Right. Now, today I was more granular in the solutions. I took it right to the individual. Here's what you can do. Here are ways that you can behave. Here are the mistakes that you can avoid. And it's not rocket science. It really isn't. You gotta make it plain and keep it simple. Make it plain and keep it simple. Let me say that a different way. Complexity is the enemy of execution. The more complex something is, the less likely you are to properly execute it.
Makes sense.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. And
Brilliant.
can I